Good morning, group. I'm back with my center today, and today I'm doing Bois Nuit by Armaf, and I picked that because it's a little colder today. Yesterday I wore Profumo by Acqua di Gio Profumo. It was spicy, and it's a little colder today, and I want to continue that spice. This gets an 8 from Mrs. Floss, by the way. And I mentioned the word clone, and we talk about these things being clones. I even call it my clone row. But this really isn't a clone of anything. It's more of a mixture of Paco Rabanne 1 million and YSL Nuit Le Home. That's what I describe it, and that's how it was described when I decided to buy this. I actually got this from a video. I mentioned one of the reviewers, Max Forti, and I mentioned that he's sort of educational in a way. And he does a lot of unique videos where he'll say, this one was in his video called Cheap and Incredible Fragrances, and it was from like last November. And I just bought this, over Thanksgiving. And this was number 10. I didn't buy the 9 ones. I bought the one that was his least, winner. But it was when I bought it was the interesting part, where he actually described it that way, that it's a marriage between those two scents. And it's something that, if you're a fragrance lover, you might want that uniqueness in your collection. And that's what I found. It is that to me. And I actually love it. It's a really good fragrance. My wife, Miss Floss loves it and all that. The other thing I want to talk about is that word clone. I think sometimes those houses it's kind of discredit to say, oh, that's a clone of this, when nothing's really a clone of anything. And if you follow along with a lot of reviewers, you'll hear different words. And some will try to stay away from that clone word, and they'll say an alternative to, and then others will say it's in the same profile family, and that's a good thing. Or in cases like this, they'll say it's a marriage of, which isn't a clone or an alternative at all. So it's a unique creation. Speaking of that, I was watching last night. Somebody I follow on Instagram. I was watching a live video, and her name's Tammy Loves Fragrances, and on there she had an independent perfumer from, he has his own house now, I guess, and it's Aromas de Salazar. And I'm only mentioning that because the conversation was really interesting. The part I listened to, and then now today I've been watching the whole thing, and I haven't gone through the whole thing. But this guy was a chef. He comes from a chef background, and he works in an emergency room. And with the part I watched, he talked about the similarities between cooking and fragrance. And to me, that's so true. It's so true. And that's what I'm looking for, that creativity, that uniqueness. I make ham soup. I'm sure a lot of you make ham soup in the winter. When I make a ham soup, I'll have a lot of people compliment me, oh, that's a great ham soup, Bob. And I'm like, yeah, well, so's everybody else's. And the thing is about ham soup, you just make it and you put your own stuff in it. You might put a little more ham hock. I might put a little more some spice. Whatever it is that you make it unique, it's your ham soup. But when people eat it, it's ham soup and they love it, especially on a cold day with a piece of bread. And that's the thing about fragrances. There's only so many notes people can put that actually smell good. That would smell good on the human body, on skin. And so they got these collections of notes. They could put these oils, and then they make these unique creations. And I really love that. As you know, I just recently got samples from Happy Land, and also from Gallagher that I haven't tried out, but I'm going to be doing this month. And it says, that uniqueness of it is why I love this. I really do. And anyway, I thought I'd just mention that some people would call this a clone, but I don't know how you could if it's a marriage of two. And I'll just mention, it does have a lot of notes. You can look them up. It has a lot of notes, and they perfectly blend together. And that's what I say to people, when I pick out what I want to wear, I don't just blind buy. I've never blind bought anything. What I'll do is, say Ross from TLTG says this is enough for a rack store gem. While I'm in the rack store, I will look those notes up on Fragnatica. And I'll say, that sounds interesting. Yeah, and Ross said that. And, I might want to smell that. And then I buy it. Now, you can call that blind buy, but it's really not blind buy because I know the notes that are in it, and I know what I want on my skin, And I know usually Ross's taste is my taste. Usually Max Forti's taste is my taste. So anyway, that's a little section on that. as always, have a nice day. Please, please pray for peace in this world. We only got one world, and please pray for peace, and just try to be kind to somebody, one person, just one person. Because when I'm kind to one person, I'm actually kind to myself. So, have a nice day.